They had the world at their feet, or at least that's what the headlines screamed. A royal wedding turned global spectacle, multi-million-dollar Netflix contracts, Oprah interviews that drew more eyes than most Hollywood blockbusters. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry weren't just celebrities. They were royalty with a mission to do, well, something. Rebrand the monarchy, build a global empire, sell jam. Even now, it's a little hard to tell, because what started as a dramatic headline-making break from Buckingham Palace has steadily devolved into something far messier and far more public. Forget Regal. We're talking rebrands, reality shows, and reputation management consultants. The Montecito dream, it's starting to look more like a mirage, held together by wishful thinking and a lot of inherited money. Let's start with the illusion. Meghan and Harry might appear to be living the billionaire lifestyle, gated estates, international flights, luxury wardrobes, and PR spins strong enough to fool half of Hollywood. But insiders are whispering a very different story. A story filled with financial quicksand, vanity ventures, and one PR stunt after another. Remember American Riviera Orchard? Of course you don't. Because after an overly filtered promo video and some cryptic Instagram uploads, the Duchess's supposedly game-changing lifestyle brand vanished faster than a Spotify deal. Critics mockingly dubbed it as never, as in, it never really launched. No restocks, no follow-ups, and absolutely no product line in sight. It was the PR equivalent of shouting into a designer handbag, pretty on the outside, hollow on the inside. And why did it fail? Because Netflix wasn't buying what Meghan was selling, literally. Sources close to the streaming giant said they barely funded the brand beyond a tiny initial batch of goods. That's why it sold out in 45 minutes, because there was barely anything to sell in the first place. That's not a successful product drop. That's a magician's sleight of hand. Look closely, and you'll see it was never really there to begin with. It's the same trick repeated over and over. Glossy launches, dramatic statements, then radio silence. Meghan and Harry's empire is built less on results and more on optics. A luxury illusion fueled by the idea of potential. Not profit, not substance, just the promise that something huge is always just around the corner. Except, it never is. Take Harry's memoir, Spare, marketed as the ultimate royal tell-all. And sure, it made waves, but it didn't make wealth. Publishing insiders whispered the unglamorous truth. The book was so aggressively discounted that profits were razor-thin. Penguin Random House reportedly swallowed losses just to protect its brand. Harry got his cut, but by the time taxes, agents, legal teams, and property upkeep were paid, well, let's just say it wasn't exactly buy-your-own-island money. And that upkeep? Oh, it's extensive. Private security firms, PR handlers, stylists, legal advisors, household staff. This isn't a modest life. It's a royal fantasy, funded increasingly by dwindling reserves. Sources say Meghan and Harry have been tapping into inherited funds from Princess Diana and the Queen Mother. That's not income, that's legacy capital. And once you burn through it, you don't get it back. You don't get a second inheritance. Lady Colin Campbell, never one to mince words, described the couple's finances as a silent freefall. On paper, they're multi-millionaires. In practice, they're overextended, underperforming, and hemorrhaging credibility faster than their jam jars disappeared. And the pivot to fashion? Don't get us started. Launching a fashion line without infrastructure is like diving into the ocean with no swimming lessons and expecting Vogue to throw you a life vest. Meghan has no fashion background, no design credentials, and no established aesthetic. What she does have is a string of failed projects and an increasingly jaded public. That didn't stop her from reportedly trying to muscle her way onto a global Vogue cover, one already reserved for her good friend Serena Williams. If true, it's the kind of betrayal you'd expect in a telenovela. Allegedly, Meghan pushed for Serena to be replaced with herself as the solo star. Anna Wintour was not amused. The deal crumbled. And Meghan's credibility within the fashion elite took a nosedive. It's not just about failed businesses, it's about how they fail, loudly, publicly, and always with a thick coat of spin. Cue the viral TikTok from a flight attendant praising Meghan's glowing smile and handwritten notes during a recent flight. Convenient timing, considering Meghan had recently been accused of treating airline staff with arrogance and entitlement. And this one? No airline backlash, no HR response. Just silence, almost like it was planned. Almost like it was a distraction. And that's the real pattern here. When the press gets too rough, Meghan doesn't pivot, she distracts. PR strategies disguised as heartwarming anecdotes, tearful interviews, carefully staged public moments. But behind the curtain, the financial cracks are deepening. The Netflix deal? Reportedly frozen. Spotify? Gone. Book deals? Drying up. Fashion venture? Still a PowerPoint presentation with no products. Meghan and Harry are burning through their options like tabloid fodder. And their once golden names? No longer guaranteed to open doors. King Charles has drawn a line. No more royal piggy bank. No more financial rescues. Prince Andrew didn't get one, and Harry won't either. The monarchy isn't playing favorites. If you walk away, you better walk all the way. And the costs? They're rising. Security, staff, lawyers, PR disasters. Add in the California property taxes and upkeep on a Montecito estate, and suddenly even royalty starts to feel a bit middle class. Because without consistent income, even palaces become burdens. The Meghan-Harry brand was supposed to be a revolution, a cultural juggernaut that would redefine modern celebrity and monarchy. Instead, it's turning into a cautionary tale about overestimating influence, about mistaking noise for success, about believing your own hype. Meghan's fashion dream may still launch, but at what cost? Without Vogue backing, without serious investors, she'll be stuck licensing her name for 5% royalties on clothes she didn't design and likely won't wear. No empire. Just another overpriced label fighting for relevance in a market already oversaturated with celebrity brands. And what happens when the money truly runs out? Harry doesn't have another book in him. Meghan's podcasting days are done. Hollywood isn't buying. The narrative is tired. The novelty is gone. It's no longer about bad headlines or toxic tabloids. It's about survival, financial, reputational, emotional. And unless something seismic shifts, the empire Meghan and Harry imagined may collapse before it ever truly began, because even fairy tales have expiration dates. And this one, it's looking stale. They wanted to rewrite the royal rulebook. Instead, they're writing the world's most expensive cautionary tale, one crumble at a time. What do you think? Have Meghan and Harry finally hit the wall, or is there still a comeback left in them? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the truth behind the headlines. New videos every day uncovering what the media won't say out loud.